Hi there. Why would you or anyone else consider running away from home and moving to paradise in Mexico or any place else? You know, more than 9 million Americans live overseas, more than 250,000 Canadians. According to one source, more than 3 million Americans live in Mexico alone. The official account is 1 million, but more than 3 million live part-time or full-time in Mexico. And when I ask them why they do that, they give me three key reasons that anyone would consider giving up, leaving home, leaving the comforts of home, changing their life, transforming what they're doing to move to a foreign country. Well, they give me three key reasons. The number one is that lower cost of living, and everybody knows that. A lot of people don't know how low it is. I have done the numbers, and I've done it for myself and for clients and for lots of people, and you can slash your budget between half and 2/3 reduction to live in Mexico. It cost me between 1/3 and 1/2 of what I paid to live in the United States. When you look at things, so many interesting things. Food is so much less expensive. Unimaginable services. You can have a massage for $25 in your home or on the beach. At that rate, you can afford a massage every week for the rest of your life. Services are incredibly inexpensive. I have a housekeeper who comes in for $20 a day. I used to pay $125 a day in the United States for that. Physical belongings are generally much less because everything costs less in Mexico. If you want imported wines or imported cheeses or imported clothing, you're going to pay more for it, just like you pay more for imported goods often back in the United States. But overall, you can slash your budget by at least half, you can slash it by 2/3 if you live in Mexico. Modestly, on a retirement budget, you can live on your Social Security check alone, and millions of Americans can't afford to do that in the United States. They live in poverty on their Social Security checks. You can live well in Mexico on your Social Security checks. And younger people find the same cost of living advantages. They may not have been able to afford an apartment in expensive cities where you could pay $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month in some crazy cities for tiny apartments, where you can rent an apartment in Mexico easily for $300, $400. I have a lovely 2-bedroom, fairly large apartment with an entire rooftop balcony with ocean views, and I pay $600 a month rent for that beautiful apartment. So when you consider it, number one reason is lower cost of living. And that's really good, but when you dig down deeper, there's a lot more reasons. The number two reason that most people talk about is the improved quality of life. You're healthier when you live overseas. We eat healthy, fresh food. We don't have drive-through restaurants for every meal like I used to eat in the States. I go into a restaurant and I order fresh food, which they bought today in the morning at the market, and they fix it fresh and prepare it for me. It's absolutely amazing. Most people I know become much healthier living overseas, eat better, are better nutritionally, lose weight, in part because the healthy foods, no preservatives, none of the fake stuff and the processed foods that we're so used to in the States, but also because you get out and about more, you're more active, you walk. I have a car, I'm lucky to have a car. A lot of people don't have cars. They use buses or they walk or ride bicycles. Even with a car, I walk much more than I ever did in the States. I used to park my car right in front of a store and run into it. Now you walk and you park your car and you go shopping around the neighborhoods, or you walk through a market, or you stroll around and you visit people like you never did back home. And you live outside in the sunshine, in the open breezes. One of the biggest problems with COVID has been vitamin D deficiency. People are deficient of vitamin D. You get vitamin D from the sunshine. We live in the sunshine. I also find that you're much more active when you live overseas. More activities, not just walking, but swimming, boating, sailing, lots of sports. People play soccer, people play tennis, lots of different activities that you can enjoy. And in general, you can enjoy quality of life in terms of services, in terms of getting your hair done, getting your nails done, having a pet groomer, having a pet sitter, so many things that you couldn't have done earlier. Travel is so inexpensive. Locally, buses are inexpensive. Taxis are cheap. You can get a taxi ride for $1 to $2. I mean, they don't even turn on the meter for that in the United States. So there's a better quality of life that comes from an overseas life where you can afford more luxuries and you can enjoy living outside in the sunshine like we haven't done for many years in the United States, where we live inside air-conditioned houses with central air conditioning and everything ventilated and filtered. We aren't living outside the way that we can, but you can do that here much more naturally. And I think the third reason that people talk about running away from home and moving to Mexico is joy. It's more joyful than many times in the States. You get into a rut, and a rut is just doing things over and over again. I'm sure that you remember driving to work or having breakfast, and 15 minutes later, you don't even remember how you got there, or what route you took, or what you had for breakfast. That's because our brain, our mind, is so efficient that it only lays down memory when you're learning something new. And when you do repetitive tasks, the same thing every day, you don't set up memories. It's a non-event. It's as if it didn't happen. And so therefore, when you go overseas and you move to a new country, you're experiencing new things. It's lifelong learning. Everything is new. Culture is new. New adventures, new words, new people, new experiences. So you're creating new memories, which means you're living it fully in the present. In the United States and in Canada, we have so many physical belongings. We have so many material goods, and we've traded that security of material goods, and we've given up on life experiences, and you can trade them off. Possessions often hold us down, and when you live overseas, you realize you really don't need all that stuff. Keeping up with the Joneses is insanity. You don't need all those the stuff that we've grown so accustomed to. We tend to live a life of routine based around things instead of living a life of adventure based upon new experiences and meeting new people. And that's one of the reasons that people find living overseas so stimulating. And it sets you on a path of lifetime learning where you're constantly being stimulated. And as a result, you look and you feel and you act younger than you have in years and years and years. There's lots of reasons to move overseas, not just the money, but the quality of life and who you become when you learn to run away from home and live your dream life. My name is Diane Huth. I'm the Runaway Sherpa, and I want to help you on your journey. If you'd like to find out more, go to www.learntoliveinparadise.com. I'm in paradise. I live on a white sandy beach in Mexico. I hope you'll join me there too. I'll see you in paradise. If you've enjoyed this today, please like and please share it with other people and subscribe or follow my channel. And I'll be sending you more messages that can maybe inspire you to think outside the box and explore new adventures in your life that you may not have thought of before. Bye. Greetings from paradise.